I'm Anthony Cancro for an Eye on Plainsboro. I'm joined today with Neil Blitz, who is the Superintendent of Public Works. Neil, tell me a little bit about what your department does. The police are probably the most visible in the township, but I think Public Works, the public are used to seeing in town. Can you give me an idea of the major role of Public Works in the town of Plainsboro?
Public Works is very visible in Plainsboro, Anthony. That's because we work in almost every aspect of Plainsboro. Considering now in this season, between spring and fall, we're in every single park and open space maintaining it. We're maintaining all the ball fields. We're maintaining all the playgrounds. You could see Public Works during street maintenance where we're repairing potholes, replacing street signs, replacing catch basin covers. We're also doing tree maintenance. We're very visible in all aspects of the community. But where most people see us on are the big three, what I like to call it: brush collection, leaf collection, and snow and ice removal. That's where we're most visible. Additionally, the Department of Public Works is very visible when it comes to our recycling and conservation center. From the spring to the beginning of the winter, that center is open on Monday and Thursdays, 5:30 to 7:30, and on Saturdays from 10 to 5. Additionally, Public Works also hosts 4 annual bulk waste events where residents can bring their garbage that's not typically collected by their waste hauler, and they also see us annually on the paper shred events.
Neil, tell me how the residents, if they want to drill down and get more information about your schedules, your priorities, and your goals for 2016, where would they look for that information?
Very simple. The easiest way to find out about any information you want about the Department of Public Works is on the municipal website, www.plainsboronj.com. They could also look into the Plainsboro Reporter, which is a quarterly newsletter that comes out. Additionally, they can look at our social media sites, whether it be Facebook or Twitter. They can find any information about my department.
Each year, the town passes a municipal budget. We just adopted ours on April 27th. That funds the day-to-day operations of the town, but also every year there's a capital budget for improvements of major infrastructure projects like a road paving, purchasing police vehicles, or improving the structure of a building. In our budget, as you know, the major line item is road projects. We spend almost $2 million a year. Tell us a little bit about the road project on Plainsboro Road that's next to us here.
Well, first you have to designate what road is going to receive maintenance and what type of maintenance is that. We determine our roads by an old pavement study and by annual inspections that we do throughout the year. When I mean that, it could be a drive-by inspection or a walk inspection. Once that road is designated for maintenance, we hand that road over to our township engineer. They then design the improvements, they go out to bid, and then the contract is implemented, and the contractor comes in and does the work. Now, the township engineer also assists us in the construction administration of that contract, meaning that there's always somebody here watching the project. When we're doing a road maintenance project such as here, typically it requires the milling and paving of approximately the first top 2 inches of asphalt pavement. We do all new ADA improvements, which at the curb ramps.
What does that mean, ADA?
American Disabilities Act. The American Disabilities Act requires crosswalks and curb ramps to be at a certain slope so people with disabilities can use them on a normal basis without too much difficulty. Okay. We also do, if there's some curb replacement that we needs to be repaired, we'll replace it, and also sidewalks. We do not own many sidewalks, but if the sidewalk is owned or maintained by the township, we'll go out and replace it. And there are certain projects where we have to replace the sidewalk itself because we're changing the slope of the road. And if we change the slope of the road, then we'd have to change the slope of the sidewalk so the stormwater can go off into its proper place.
Plainsboro Road Improvement Project is a major project. It has various phases. It goes from Sharks Crossing over the bridge on Plainsboro Road to the community garden. And it's also, as I said, funded by other sources other than town. You want to just explain the phases of the project, also the sources of funding, and the type of work other than the milling and the paving that's been done on this road?
Okay, let's start at the first phase of it, which is at the intersection of Sharks Crossing Road, Parkway Avenue and Plainsboro Road. There we took the intersection and we widened it a little bit. We also took out all the old traffic signals and installed new up-to-date traffic signals that have all of the ADA requirements to it. We improved all the ADA ramps, we did some stormwater improvements, and we also installed brand new sidewalks in a certain section of that area and new curbs. All right, that project is partially funded by a New Jersey Department of Transportation grant of $250,000. The next phase would be Plainsboro Road Phase 1, which we call. And that starts at the end of the project, which the end of the intersection of project, at the entrance of the Plainsboro Plaza Shopping Center, and comes all the way up to here, right by the fire department. As with the other project, as with the intersection project, this also includes the milling, the paving, ADA improvement, but we also improved the stormwater here by installing a new pipe that runs along the curb. And that also required us to install brand new curbs and brand new sidewalks also. Additionally, we'll be replacing, reinstalling the pedestrian crosswalk that goes over a certain section.
Talk a little bit about the new aprons as well as the landscaping that was done.
Okay. Here in Plainsboro, when we mill and pave a road, what we do is we give the homeowner abutting that project a brand new driveway apron and also the abutting sidewalk. Why do we do that? Well, to do it properly, if we're going to be changing the slope at all of the road, it's only fair and appropriate that we give the new driveway apron, because we're going to actually have to crack the old one a little bit and then change the slope of that too. And if we're going to do that, well, we might as well do the right thing and then replace the abutting sidewalk to that.
Okay. Let's talk about the next phase, which is from in front of the fire department to the beginning of the bridge. Tell us a little bit about that project.
It is essentially just an extension of this project here. It's the same type of work that's going from the fire department right to the top of the bridge. That's being funded also by a local DOT grant of $385,500.
And then the final phase, which is, I believe, part of the bridge all the way down to the community center.
Again, it's another phase of this project, just from the other side of the railroad bridge down through community gardens, and we just received a $375,000 DOT grant for that part of the project.
So can you tell the residents why it's so important for us to invest so much money into the roads, municipal roads in Plainsboro?
An investment in the community. These are the roads that the residents drive on a daily basis. Not only do we do major roads like this, but since 2008, Plainsboro has also gone in and specifically looked at residential roads within the subdivisions where the residents, the majority of residents live. Those roads and these roads, you take care of them, not only will it increase the lifespan of the road itself, because every road requires maintenance, but increases the overall value of the community. What would you rather drive on or live near? A road that looks like that, as that section does right now, or a brand new road that coming in over here? Exactly.
Just to end, there are certain roads in our town we do not take care of or are responsible for, and they're county and state roads. Can you give the public a general idea, an example of a county road, which is the county government's responsibility, and a state road, which is state government's responsibility to take care of?
Sure. County roads such as Dye Road, Scudder's Mill Road, or the majority of Shawks Crossing Road. Those are county roads. And the state road would be US 1.
Thanks, Neil. That's good information for residents on where to find out what's going on with Public Works as far as their priorities and your goals for 2016. Thank you. Thank you for joining us on ON Plainsboro. My name is Anthony Cancro, Township Administrator. Thank you.
And only you can prevent forest fires.
Neil, tell me a little bit He has this look like, you're wasting my effing time.
That cattle prod here.
I am. I'm
All right.
not saying I'm not doing anything.